Hey there viewers of TalkAstonVilla, my name is James from AFCGameByGame, or as you might know me, Cookie from ArsenalFanTV, and Cole has very kindly asked me to give you my personal thoughts on how this afternoon's game went at Villa Park. Arsenal getting the win by 2-0, a ground where we've got a fantastic record, haven't lost there in 17 years, and following that win against Olympiacos where we won 3-0 away in Greece to cap it off with a 2-0 win away from home, 5 goals for, none conceded, doing really well domestically, and I'm really pleased with how this afternoon's game went. But I'm going to try and give you my thoughts from a rational point of view, certainly not just from a biased Arsenal fan kind of view as you might associate with a lot of Arsenal fans, but I mean obviously I'm delighted with the result, and it's kind of the routine win I would expect against bottom of the table Aston Villa. But it's always a difficult game for us. I feel that even though despite we consistently seem to win against you do make it a difficult battle for us. I'd say this was a very much Jekyll and Hyde performance. In that first half, we didn't allow you time on the ball, allowed you no space. I thought we held our own defensively. You had very few chances, but we really took our chances when they came to us. The penalty decision is probably the most controversial thing that we should talk about first and foremost. Alan Hutton bringing down Theo Walcott after a lovely ball played in by, I think it was Matthew Flamini, and Walcott made a great run down that left-hand channel. Alan Hutton, I think we can all agree it was a penalty. I don't think there's much disputing it, no matter how much you might want to. It did seem that Alan Hutton seemed to grab Theo Walcott around his front, pulled him to the ground, and that seems to be something associated with Hutton's game which really needs to be drawn out of him, because he did it later on in the game as well, not in such a disastrous position, but he did bring another player down, and I think that's something he's got to watch on himself, because that will be a backlash for him if he does it consistently. But it was a great penalty by Olivier Giroud to make it 1-0 to the Arsenal, and then following that up with the goal from Aaron Ramsey, a lovely attacking move. We just cut through your defence like it was butter, and it was great to see Mesut Ozil get another assist and Aaron Ramsey score to put it in the back of the net. But that was pretty much the Arsenal side of things. The Aston Villa perspective, I think you do have a little bit of a cause for concern in a way, because you do create a lot, you do some good movements on the ball, and you get into good positions. I thought you looked really good when Traore came on for the last 10 minutes of the game, really injected a bit of pace to you. I thought Carles Gil looked really good as well on the ball, and there too I thought was good in the midfield. But it's players like Carlos Sanchez, etc. that seem to let you down at times. But what I wanted to really talk about was, I mean, the amount of chances you create, but the lack of conversion you have. I think you had 16 shots, but only 2 on target. It must be a bit concerning how you've got players like Rudy Gestede in the box and you're not able to provide the service to them to get shots away. There was a good chance Gestede had in this game when he got in front of Mertesacker and could have made it 2-1, which would have panned out the game completely differently. You did have your chances in this game, but you were very inaccurate when it came to taking them. I think if you're able to convert a few of those, despite the rather precarious situation you put yourselves in, with these games coming up that you've got, which I see as winnable for Aston Villa, then you can survive in the Premier League, and it will be difficult for you to stay up. I mean, that's the realistic perspective here. I think Aston Villa have really dug themselves a hole this season, and I think you're 6 points above, 6 points below, should I say, trying to get out of that relegation zone. So you really do have a lot of work to do, but it is doable. Crazier things have happened in the Premier League. All you need is like 2 or 3 wins on the bounce, and you're in a totally different position. So I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season. You are an asset to the league, like I said in the player ratings video. Fantastic stadium, great set of fans, and a really good old traditional football club to have that should be associated with the top flight of English football. Anyway, please leave your thoughts on this in the comments below. Do let me know if I have been a bit too biased from an Arsenal perspective. I do hope I've given Aston Villa the justification that they deserve, and I hope I've been able to pinpoint some of the errors that you've got in your team at this moment in time, and hopefully you'll be able to survive the drop this season. It will be difficult. You are in a very difficult situation, but anything's possible. Like I say, I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season, and especially for these upcoming games. If you could subscribe to my personal channel, AFCGameByGame, also follow me on Twitter at @simplycookie_. Also do check out everyone at ArsenalFanTV, great fan channel there, some great personalities. And thank you to Cole for having me on, and I'll hopefully be speaking to you in the near future as well.